What's up, everyone? Victoria here with PopCulture.com, and today I'm so very excited to be speaking to the Mayans MC star himself, Michael Irby. Michael, hello. How are you?
Hey there, Victoria. Thanks for having me. I'm well. I'm really good. Thank you.
Good. I love that. I got to tell you what, I'm so honored. I'm talking to the president of the Santo Padre charter himself, Bishop.
Well, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. If you talk to Bishop, you might end up dying. I don't know what's going on with that.
Poor guy has a lot of death around him. I don't know how I feel about that, but I got a place in my heart for him. First off, congratulations on a season 4. That is so exciting and so well-deserved. What was your initial thought when you guys heard the news?
I got to say, I wasn't, I kind of felt like it was coming. Yeah. But in this crazy business, there's always the unexpected, and, crazier things have happened. Yeah. But yeah, when we got that, it was, it's just a little weight lifted off. As an actor, you never really know what is happening next. So I was joking with a friend of mine, and I said, it's 4th season. And I said, it's kind of like the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot. You've heard about it, but it's a very rare occasion, so to get a 4th season, very proud of us. Very proud of us.
Listen, as a fan of the show, I am so thrilled to be seeing another season, because I tell you what, after that finale, I need more answers.
We all need answers.
We all do. That was a lot. But listen, before I get into that, and I do want to talk about that because that was intense, I want to just check in with you and see how you're doing. Last year was such a doozy for everyone. How's your 2021 going so far?
I can't really complain. I got to say, life has been very kind to me, and the work that we had to put in this season, the work that Bishop had to put in, and the darkness that I was kind of in throughout the entire season from episode 1, basically bring on the world. And when you start making comments like that and telling everyone that FO, you end up getting a little bit of blowback on that, and you kind of find yourself by yourself a lot. And I just kind of needed to purge. I got to be honest with you. It was, I went to the deep, dark dive with Bishop this year, and I'm not really that guy. I'm a very positive person by nature, very optimistic, very outgoing. And it was nice to be able to kind of shed that skin a little bit and get back to Michael. I'm thinning out a little bit here and just kind of getting back to this thing. I'm not sure about this guy, but everybody wants me to keep it now.
Well, so. I like it. You can keep it, man. Just do it for a little bit longer, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, I'm well. I'm just so blessed right now. And this is just a beautiful life that we're living. My life is a lot different than the Mayans, boy. I tell you that.
I would hope so, because I tell you what, those poor guys really go through it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the season. Let's take it back to the beginning for just a second. When you took on this role, what was it about the role of Bishop that made you say, I want to play this character?
I come from a soccer background, and I really, you as well?
Yes, I played for 18 years.
Oh my God. I still play right now. I play in an over 40 league right now. And we have tournaments in Las Vegas. We go out to the King's Cup, and now between you and me, I just made it to the over 48s. And so I'm going to be young. I'm going to be fast. I'm going to be a rookie again. I'm so pumped. And
yes.
Yeah. So
congratulations, man. I'm so excited to hear that.
Yeah, no, that's my, that's my anti-everything. I look forward to my Sundays and just going out there and running like the wind. But yeah, back to that. I've been on teams my whole life. So when I got this opportunity, and I always joke, I said, listen, I'm a team player, but I want to be the captain. That's just the deal, right? Give me the ball. I know I can change the game, and I know I can do good things if I have the ball. And so that was kind of what really attracted me to Bishop and being the president of the Mayans. I would have been more than happy to be in the MC, but to be the president of the MC, that was kind of a game changer for me. And I've always considered myself kind of a natural born leader. And if we're all, if we're not able to do it, let's go. I got you. And whether that was something that was instilled from sports or my parents, I always feel like I can kind of change the circumstances and change this reality and make it a win. So that was really what excited me with Bishop. And then obviously it was Kurt Sutter and Elgin and just the entire family and the whole Sons of Anarchy, Lord, I was like, yes, I want to be a part of this. And it was really easy to say yes to this one, I got to say.
Oh, you play the role so well. And I was going to say that leadership role cannot be an easy one to play, and you pull it off so well. This season, we saw a lot of depth to each character, including Bishop. Yeah. And, there was a lot of emotions that played throughout this season. And you touched on this a little bit earlier, but what was it like for you to have to really dive into that darker side of him? How did that pull on your own heartstrings?
I found myself being a little, I guess I was just a little bumpy. My best friend and my wife says, please don't bring Bishop home. Yeah. I don't like Bishop. And I'm like, oh, okay, that I understand. But it was, as much as I love Bishop, it was so hard because I was so angry at everybody. And there were so many, between Pena and I, and between Alvarez and I was kind of letting my boys spin because I was spinning, and I wasn't able to lead. And I really had to rely on 𝐒𝐿 very much this season, just to kind of be able to look ahead for me, because I was looking at everything that was right in front of me and everything that I was losing. And I got to say, it wasn't fun. I love what I do. I love this craft. But every time I was reading it, I said, oh, okay, now I got to get in here. And, you're not really making things up. All the things that we're going through, we've already gone through as human beings, through certain kind of elements of that. And when I thought I was done with some of those things, they came crashing right back into my face. And when you push a dog against a corner, the only thing they know how to do is fight. And it really just brought out a bunch of stuff. And I was kind of happy to let it go. I was so thankful and grateful to Elgin, because we had talked about this for years, when we could really take the leash off of Bishop, because the first 2 seasons I was kind of like Galindo's errand boy. And I hated that. I hated that to my core. Michael Irby hated that.
You wanted to be the captain.
I want to be the captain. Give me the ball. And and then having to answer to Galindo. And then obviously my boys were doing all this stuff behind my back. And it was really hard for me to not know, and to really allow that discovery so that we could do it later. But yeah, that was kind of a hard thing for me, was to not know what was going on in my MC.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
The episode 9 and obviously the finale were 2 very heavy episodes. Let's start with episode 9 really quick. An emotional scene with Steve. And it's crazy because I've had the opportunity to speak with both Momo and Frankie, and I had no idea that they had experienced personal losses shortly before having to film that. But as someone that's observing that and watching that, how difficult was that for you? Because as a fan and as a viewer, that's not something I was expecting. I was stunned. I sat there, I had to pause the TV for just a second on the commercial and just sit there in my thoughts. So I can't imagine what it was like being on set and having to really be enthralled in that.
Yeah. We all knew it was happening, right? Because we read it, and Momo was such a beautiful addition to the Mayans. We were all lobbying for him to stay. We said, can we keep him? Can we keep him, please? Can we keep him? But that was the story, and those were the words on the page, and that's what we honor. Yeah. Bishop didn't even see Momo or Steve, right? He wasn't in his radar. He was kind of dealing with bigger problems. And even when we patched him in, it was something that I kind of agreed upon, because Bishop didn't share one word with Steve throughout the entire season.
Really didn't.
He never really took him into his world, because obviously Bishop was in his own space. Yeah. And when we had kind of got that W, and when we felt like we were winning, and, when we were becoming, or I was becoming the one king, and, we were having fun that night as far as that scene goes. And I'm telling that story, and it's so violent and so brutal. And the way that the camera was working, I never really had to take Steve in. He was over here on my left, and I was kind of the precipice for him to make this. I mean, it was so, I think it kind of scared the crap out of him, and he realized that he didn't want this in his life. Mm-hmm. And when that moment happened, because of our genuine love for Momo, it really messed us all up. I woke up the next day and I just had like a Mayan hangover. And then I'm like the rest of the fans that wake up on Wednesday, you know, and you're just so affected by what you saw last night, and you know it's not real, but the way that we've managed to accomplish this, it's real. It's really good job. Yeah, it's really resonating for people, and obviously makes us so proud. But yeah, that was a tough night. That was a tough night, and the song that played, I believe, in the beginning of episode 10, that was something that my mother used to say, you know, we're not going to eat until your father gets to the table. And I was sitting in the back, and I had asked Elgin if I could turn my back to what was going on, because Bishop didn't want to deal with that. And I didn't want to see it. And I was just back there in tears. And I heard that song for the first time, and I said, oh, wow, I didn't even know. You know, it's great when things hit you that way that you don't know. And all of a sudden they're there. And it was just very cathartic. And it was so quiet, and it was just such a beautiful moment that we had all created together. And when it was done, we just grabbed him and I said, I'll know you forever, brother. You know, this business is so funny. You work with people and you give them your whole heart, and you're so invested, and then you don't work with them forever almost. You know, you have to kind of keep that little relationship going on the outside, whether it's golf, Momo golfs. Yes.
Golfing. Listen, I'm a golfer. I saw your Instagram. You're a golfer.
Oh God, I am so addicted to golf. That's my okay, I'm done with the Mayans today. I'm not killing anyone. I'm just going to go and hit this little white ball into that little hole. And it's great because it's great for the mind. You really cannot think about anything except what is in front of you. Yep. And it is, that's my zen out there. I really enjoy it.
From one fellow athlete to another, it's something about being on the field, on the course, on something, just focusing on something else. That's how I've always been, 20 years of just playing every sport just about, but soccer was always my main one. There's something about it that just kind of cools you down. So I'm glad that you have that outlet.
Yeah. It goes away, when the whistle blows, you know what exactly your purpose is, you know exactly what the mission is, and you go until the end. And when the whistle blows, you've either won or lost, and you deal with that, and there's always another day. And that's the thing.
Listen, I'm going to push you for answers, Michael.
The
very last scene, we're going to talk about two things in the very last scene of the finale. Sure. Taza finally admits that he killed Riz.
Yeah. Bishop
is sitting there in a pivotal moment. He has a big decision to make.
Yeah.
Is he going to kill his brother? Or is he going to keep him?
Right.
We hear the gunshot, but we don't know. We don't know because there's people banging on the gates.
Yeah. There's just a few people outside.
Just a few. What do we think? Do we think that Taz is going to stand a chance to continue his life, or do we think that one mistake is gonna end it all for him?
As I think, as men and as animals, as human beings, we cannot really be crucified for one bad decision, and in our world, in our MC world, we make a lot of bad decisions, and I know that's kind of a thing in the MC culture, whether it is being gay or whether it's being an IV user. I mean, at the end of the day, if I killed everybody that was screwing up, I wouldn't even have an MC anymore. I would be rolling solo.
Listen. That is true.
You know what I mean? Like if I killed everyone that messed up in my MC, I mean, we got JD over here dealing with, he's kind of an informant, and
looking for Coco.
The whole thing is far, and we're looking for Coco, and I think Bishop and Taza go way, way back. And as much as you thought or think you know something about everyone, when he shared that with me, I think even the look in my eyes, it was we've seen Bishop have a lot of different looks in his eyes. And I think you maybe know when you're going to die with Bish. And I don't know if I was prepared to take him out like that. Although I got to say, I don't really know because I haven't read season 4 yet. I have no idea what happens. Elgin hasn't let us know what happened. So I think Michael would probably let him off the hook. But Bishop might have might find a different way to deal with Tasa.
I think Bishop's going to find it in his heart to be like, you know what? That's okay. It was for the better of the club in a really messed up way.
I mean, obviously you've started a few wars. You killed a brother. We are in deep right now, all because of this one decision. And, so yeah, I think that there's going to be some hell to pay, but he might still be breathing next season. We'll see.
I hope he is. And I got to say, you got a lot of people banging on that gate. You watch through each season, it seems as though the Mayans have found themselves in multiple positions where me as a viewer watching, I'm like, there's no way they're going to get out of this. Like, absolutely not. Like, the main characters are about to die right now because there's no way. And I got to say, out of all the seasons, this probably, I feel like, tops the other ones because I really don't know how they're going to get out of this. How do you think?
Honestly, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We do have our, we've got an arsenal there, like inside the clubhouse. We've got our gun shacks and whatnot. I read the screen I read the script and I saw there was a few Mayans outside the gate. And then I watched it because I wasn't there that day, right? We shot that on a different day. I watched it. I said, holy cow, guys. There's only 6 of us in here. There's only 6 of us in here. We're falling apart right now. I don't even know if our heads are in it. And you got Easy standing out the gate with a gun with 9 bullets in it. I want to go out and drag him back inside and say, buddy, okay, we need to regroup. There's always a moment in war, and I don't know if it's necessarily weakness, but when you retreat and when you can retreat and then start to develop another plan, right? So again, I don't know what's happening, but there's no way. I can't even say there's no way. I don't really know. We might have bombs and C4 set up outside. We might have to take the high shot and just start popping people from the top. Because if we can keep that gate shut, it's like the Trojan War, right? If we can keep them on the other side of the gate, there's maybe going to be a chance. But there are quite a few Mayans out there. And, that was something that we knew we were putting into motion. But it really looks like it is all of the Mayans against Santo Padre right now. And I got to say, even, watching the show and knowing what's going to happen, I was like, damn, Elgin. So listen, am I dead? Like, are we starting a whole new Mayans? Is it Mayans Tucson, Mayans Oakland? Like, what are we doing, brother? Because I don't know if we're going to be able to recover from this one. And, but yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking retreat. Retreat right now.
Dude, I absolutely love hearing that, especially from the guy who plays Bishop, because it's crazy. Yes. Like, Easy is not helping the case right now. He's frozen.
I said, brother,
what's happening? It's like, run inside.
Yes, let us know what is going on, and we need to take the secret door behind the bar, and we all need to go down into the basement, and we'll deal with it then. But I paused it. I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was like, there's like 40 guys out there, and there's 6 of us in here. So yes.
I don't know how y'all are gonna do it, but I don't know. Interested to see season 4.
I don't know.
Before I let you go, what's on the calendar for you? What's got you busy this year? What are some upcoming projects you have? I think 2020 was crazy, but I think we're starting to pick back up right now.
We are starting to pick back up a little bit. I'm shooting a lovely little film out here in Georgia. Gerard Butler is starring in it, and some wonderful other actors, Jamie Alexander and Russell Hornsby, Ethan Embry. It's a thriller, and that's a lot of fun. Rumor has it I'm going to be invited back for season 3 of Barry, and we will bring Cristobal back to life.
Yes.
You know, we keep that NoHo Hank and Cristobal bromance. You know, we keep going with that. And well, I just joined the country club, so I plan on getting a whole lot better at golf because my golf partner Dennis Haysbert, dear friend of mine, dear brother of mine, we worked on the unit together.
Yeah.
He was trying to get me to golf for many years. I said, brother, I don't golf. I'm a soccer player. Golf is an old man game. I'm not into it. So I picked it up 3 years ago. I'm hooked and I need to beat him. So when he gets back, he's out in New Zealand and he's out there working. So when he gets back, I'm going to have to school him a little bit. But you know, it's just life. I just enjoy this beautiful life, and I love to cook and I love to play music. And, you know, I'm just looking for the world to open back up. I'm a lover, I'm a hugger, and I like to be around people. And that's kind of where I'm putting all my energy and focus, and just being creative and working and, you know, taking care of business.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, oh my God, you have been such a pleasure to talk to.
Oh, very cool. Thank you.
Just adore you guys. I think you do a fabulous job on the show, and I know you're a busy man, so I appreciate you for your time.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for having me. PopCulture, Mayans, season 4. Come check us out. It's going to be fire.
Yeah, we'll be all over it, man. Listen, for more on Michael Andrew, other favorite celebrities, make sure you keep it right here at popculture.com.